Hello! Hello everyone! I hope you're fine today. Wait. Zooming in. Sorry, I'm eating some candy. Chocolate candy. My hair's a mess, but we'll do with it. Right? Next time I will look better. My hair will look better because this is atrocious. We need to do something. Yeah. I need to do something first. And then I have something to tell you before we all start. Before we get started. I hope everyone hear me. Hello! Hello, Harley. How is everyone? I want to sing. And I cannot sing because then YouTube is going to be like, oh, you're stealing some material. I'm just singing! Oh. I need to make a song myself maybe, but I don't know. Maybe someday. Maya, are you here? Because can you please comment something if you hear me? You can do it! You can do it final or weird. I mean, hard, weird too, because weird energy, but you can do it. Hello, Lacey. Thank you for being here. I don't know if it's my connection on my computer, but I cannot see Maya yet. So I'm going to announce something because I don't know if she's here. So Maya is going to be our second moderator. So welcome to her. And please treat her well. She's here to help because sometimes Harley is not available, which is normal, and sometimes I'd like to be live in the afternoon. You know, I guess you noticed it's a bit earlier than I normally do my live. I wanted to do it way before, but yeah. Anyway, sometimes it will be in the afternoon, so yeah. Because, you know, I had some trouble, and because I'm really tired, and sometimes I just really like some normal light. I still have my ring light because it's not enough. It was like, you know, it didn't rain. It was supposed to rain, but it didn't rain today, but it was not really sunny. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to add Maya as a mod. So welcome to Maya, and thank you for helping. So we have 2 mods now, and we have the junior mod. They're not really mod, but they're here to help out, you know. So Gracy and Marble are kind of junior mods, but they're not really mod, but they're here to help, and yeah. Please respect them as well. Everyone respect each other, and that would be nice. Oh! Greetings from France then. Argentina. I'd love to go there someday. Okay, so I will put the rules in description right now. I was trying to do that earlier, but then I was like, you know what, I don't want to be late. I'm going to do it when I'm live. I'm going to add it now. Paste. I have to replace all the Aaron by Way. So yeah, Aaron is going to be here next week, by the way. He's missing you all, and he's excited. And I will be back too, don't worry about it. You won't lose me. I'll be back too. If you want me back, that is. I'm still like adding my name. because those are like errand rules, but I stand by the same rules. Where should I add my name again? I don't know. I hope I didn't forget one. Oh, and there's this rule that I put 2 times. I fixed it at one point and then I didn't save it. Because rule 6 is repeated 2 times, so nope. That's done! It's done, it's done. I'm going to pause the live because normally I like to... I need my computer anyway because I'm going to read. And I prefer to use my computer for this. So yeah, please respect the rules and respect each other and we'll have fun. So, by the way, before we start, what's your first pairing of, like, you know, in Model Zuchi? Who are your favorite OTP in it? Mine is Wangxian. I mean, I don't think you're surprised. I love lan-zhan so much, okay? There, I said it. I said it. Are you proud of me yet? I express my feelings. I understand my feelings. Hello, Reina. I'm sorry, I don't really understand what you mean. Because I don't speak... Oh my god, I don't even know if it's really Spanish or another language. I really don't recognize it exactly. Amiga, I think it means friend. Sos una genia amiga. I'm not sure, but thank you, gracias. And I'm sorry if I understood badly, really. Do you like my my hoodie? It's a like my rules on it. Wait, I'm kind of like, oh my god, I'm stripping. I'm not stripping. I'm just trying to show you, but yeah, you know what? You know what? You're just going to see that there. My rules. I'm trying to compete with my own rules for the clothes dresses. We do whatever, however we can, right? I try. There's more rules in clothes dresses than ants. And I know about ants. I got attacked by ants in my own house. And yeah, it was a disaster yesterday. True story, no kidding. I had to fight. And I don't like killing ants. They're nice, but they don't understand. Don't come in. They don't understand when you push them out, they come back. And just just saying. Just stop. Hopefully they don't come back. And you know what I did? Thank you, by the way, thank you. I'm glad you like it. And also it's like kind of like a crop. I will show you maybe later when I don't have my computer in the way. So I can show you. And also, you know, I have those. Well, I'm just not showing the brand just in case, but you see those are like kind of, you know what, but they're not the real brand. And I'm just really careful with YouTube, you know. But I ate some already since I got them. And I still have few of them left. Yeah, no, not that. Oops. You didn't see. Not that much anymore. But I actually ate all the other colors and I kept the red and the blue one because, you know, I'm the red and lan-zhan is the blue one and I'm eating all self. This sounds... You know, I won't say anything more. I'm not embarrassed at all. Oh, So now I can speak. This is my own dance. Sorry, it was no rules. I should not speak when eating. I know, but at least I do try not to speak when I'm actually um um send help. Masticating? I cannot not talk when I'm eating in like a meal, and lan-zhan is mad at me, but he actually not that mad. Whatever. But thank you so much. Thank you, Reina. You're adorable. Thank you. You're a genius. You're so cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Spanish is a beautiful language. I'm sorry, I don't, because I know there's another language that sounds a bit like it, so I was scared that I would confuse it. So I would confuse it with the other one. So maybe Portuguese, it sounds a bit similar to me because I don't speak them. So I apologize. Maybe it has nothing to do with it, but sometimes I confuse it with the other. I'm sorry. So yeah, Spanish is a beautiful language. And I'd like to maybe learn it someday. That could be useful because in America, they speak it too. I mean, America has no chosen language, so not official. I mean, English is not even official in America, so it could be really useful. And I love learning to speak other language, but there's so many I want to learn. So I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know I'm going to someday. Sorry, I had to. I don't even know if you got the reference. If you did, kudos! And I like you. Could you say your pronouns, please? When I'm in my cosplay right now, because I'm Wangxian and I'm a male, I like to, you can use he, him. But in normal life, I'm a girl. So when you're talking to the real me, when I'm myself, you can tell she or whatever. But yeah, when I'm in my cosplay, I like to stick to the pronoun of the character. I know I'm a particular case. But thank you for asking. And what's yours? Sorry, I don't know why. I just saw your comment there, but not there. Oh, here it is. I see it now. And thank you very much for asking. You're really sweet, Lacey. Hello, Izuku. How are you? Whoop, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Okay, I didn't do anything badly. So do you have questions before we actually start reading? And this time we'll finish this fanfiction. I will read it from the start because I mean I only had to read maybe this part because before the thing happened last time. And this time it won't happen, so I'll just reread the whole thing and it will be fun. This time it will be really fun. I'm good, how about you? Oh, I'm good, thank you for asking. I'm glad you're okay. And I was asking, I don't know, do you know Model Zuchi? And what's your favorite pairing in it? Model Zuchi is an awesome, amazing novel, animation, and manga as well. Spanish is difficult because there are too many words and many different meanings in different Latin American countries. Well, yeah. I think it will be maybe a bit easier, maybe a little bit easier than people speaking English to Spanish, because I am actually French, and we both have a Latin language. Like, French is Latin too, so I'm like maybe it could help because some of the word sounds like the same. Not the same, but they're not pronounced the same way, but they have the same roots thing. So maybe it would help. I don't know. I never tried really. I never had any Spanish classes. I only had Italian classes, English classes, obviously, but that's not the one that really helped me out. I learned English on my own. And I don't speak English perfectly, I'm aware. I'm getting better every day, and I'm trying my best. But yeah, basically I learned it myself, watching a TV show. So before, in the beginning, I watched it with the subtitles in French, and then I was like, wait, I don't really need it anymore. I learned by reading a lot, and yeah, anyway, so I didn't mean to say all of this, but learning language is really interesting. And we should, like, it would be amazing if we all could have two, at least two language to communicate with people with. I have a question. How has your day been? I hope it was good. Oh, you're so cute. It was okay. Oh, excuse me. I was really tired yesterday. That's why I wasn't live yesterday. I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I'll keep my energy and tomorrow will be good. So, today I was like trying to get centered and eat and do things like this. It was not really exciting, but yeah, it was okay. It was an okay day, and I'm glad now. I'm excited now. And that's how we met, right? Way. Uh, I mean, yeah. I'm like a bit confused by what you meant. By like, okay. um. Anyway, my day was good, thank you, and I hope yours was too. My day was not really interesting, but I'm glad my strength came back and I'm okay now. All right. I mean, it's not. I don't know how to explain because Harley said you were afraid I wouldn't understand your English because I could. I don't know. I was nervous because I did not talk to people I didn't know that spoke English as a birth language. I didn't talk a lot, and whenever it happened, I was nervous because I was like, oh my god, maybe I just had the stress of like, how they're going to understand me? Am I going to really understand everything they say? Even though it's been a moment that I spoke English, but I don't know, it was always nervous, and it just was anxious. It doesn't do that to me anymore. Good. Because yeah, every time I was like, wait, I'm not ready. I don't know. I'm scared. I was not trusting myself really much, which was actually kind of stupid, even if I wasn't perfect. And I was a bit less better than now, a bit less good than now, whatever. Okay. El inglés es más fácil que el español. Sorry, I'm reading with a bad accent, but I think I know what you mean. The English is more easier. Easy. English is easier than Spanish. One, one, one of the words are hard, but I'm really trying to translate, helping my French. Tell me if I'm wrong about this. Uh, palabra, I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean there's some palabras? Way of saying something that means something good or can say something bad. That's what I think. Oh wait, you actually translated. Okay, wait. Okay, I was right for the beginning. Oh, I wasn't that far from what you said. I'm proud of myself. I mean, this is cool. This is so really interesting because I could understand because of my French. Because of the word that sounded a bit like the other. In English, I knew it already. Facile, I mean, I don't know how you pronounce it, but we say facile to easy in French. This is really interesting. Sorry, I got like geeked in about language. So yeah, I think I could understand, but I think I understand better when it's written than when it's spoken because of all the different way you pronounce the word. Yeah. Wait, I see it there. English is my first language and I can say your English is very good. Wait. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I cannot. Yeah. It takes a moment. I see it there first and then it goes there after because my connection is not really woo perfect right now. It's not really good. My connection is not really good, but I can't wait to have a better one. English is my first language and I can say your English is very good. And I can understand you very well. You're sweet, thank you. The only way, yeah, my accent. I'm learning Spanish and Japanese. Ooh, that's great. I'd love to learn Japanese as well. Maybe someday. Again, that's one of the languages I'd like to learn. I like to learn, well, Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, maybe, yes, too. And I'd like to learn, wait, there's another one. Italian. I don't remember a lot from my Italian. I mean, I understand some, I remember some bases, but I would not be able to really converse with someone in Italian, which, you know, means that I could pick it up and continue getting better, but yeah. Time to. What's a Maya thing? I didn't understand. What? Sorry, I don't understand what you meant by this. I'm currently learning French, a little bit of Japanese and Korean. Oh, good luck, and I'm sure you can do it. It's good to have the motivation and really read if you can. That's really good. It helped me a lot to read and talk to people. Never forget that part. Talk to people that, even if they don't understand another language, at least try. It really helps. Talking a lot, really, even if you're training on your own, I used to talk English to myself a lot, and I still do that sometimes just because I talk to myself in general, but don't mention it. Okay, so what part? Okay, so I hope you can explain to each other what you meant. I'm going to start reading. If it's alright with everyone, I'm excited. Okay, let me drink. By the way, hydrate. Don't dehydrate. I had a tiny bottle of Coca-Cola earlier, so I cannot have another one. It will be too much. So I'm drinking water. Water is the best anyway. I have another outfit for, you know, myself. But I will show you next time because I want to take some pictures with it. So today, yeah, I'm wearing my um, comfy hoodie. That's all. But I love it. It's really comfy. I had it for a long time. Like now, I had maybe two. Well, I say a long time, maybe 2 years, three. Not sure. But I really love it. I'm going to show you. I'm sorry. I keep saying, oh yeah, I love it, and you cannot even really see it. I'm the worst. I wish I had a better space, but soon. Also, please, before I start, I will mention it because, you know, I'm a mess of a YouTuber. So, we're trying to get a new decor for this, for the live stream and for photo shoot as well, or TikTok or whatever, you know, all the thing I want to do. But this is really expensive and I really truly cannot pay it on my own. It's like 130. Yeah, I know it's expensive, but it's worth it because it's a lot of pink flowers. Imagine the whole wall of pink flowers. This is beautiful, and it is one of my dreams. I'd love to be able to have this. And some people donated on coffee, but please, please, if you can donate anything, even if it's €1 or dollar or whatever, it can help. So thanks so much. We are 20% of the goal. It's not much, but I'm really, really grateful for everyone that gave me money, send money for the channel to get a new decor. So yeah, if you want it soon, please help. And if you cannot help, please share the link to someone that could help. And if you know anyone that might be interested in, you know, my channel or my live stream or anything, please share. It helps a lot. So even if you cannot give money, because we cannot all afford it, I understand. So please share it. It would really help. Thank you. And also there's like a gift for people and stuff about it. You go to my coffee. Wait, I'll share my coffee there. Or you can go on Patreon, which I'm trying to get Patreon because I really want to do, I mean, Aaron want to do some spicy readings, but there's nothing, no one is a patron there, so we cannot really, I mean, it would be a long, he would be alone live, so it's not really interesting to be live on your own. So if you're interested, check my last posts, and there's a link to the Patreon as well. Like, it will be only available, the live for the spicy thing will only be available, I can speak, sorry. The spicy live stream will only be available for the people that are going to be patrons. I still continue doing normal live stream, but this one will be super special, and yeah. So, and the money for, you know, the people, the patron donate will be helpful for the decor as well, hopefully. Anyway, thank you. Sorry, I had to explain this because I don't say it a lot, and most people don't donate, and we're not going through the goal, you know. Hopefully we can do it because, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. And if you need more details, you can message me or ask me. I'm not going to answer right now because I'm going to start reading, but later, yes. So please, if you have questions, ask me when I come back to talk, answering you, because yeah, I don't want to miss it if you have a question or something important to ask me. Anyway, let's start. Oh, you know what? I need to go, but like for 1 minute top, so please, I'm having a little break. I'll be back. So, because I'm like, I know I'm going to have to stop anyway, so I'd rather do it before we start reading than after. Oh my god, that side of my hair is just a mess. I don't like it. Going to fix it someday. I mean, I'm waiting for another, you know, hair. I said hair because that's weird to say wig. Okay, don't judge me. So yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to wait. Maybe I can show you if I'm not too close to the camera. Oh my god, this is too complicated. Ah! So yeah, you can kind of see it now. Wait, I'm still too close. So yeah, that's how it looks like. Yeah. I cannot, you know, it's really hard when you have a little space. Like, I cannot push my tripod too much because then it will hit, you know, the things that are behind it. I have a little space for now. Anyway, I'll show you another time. I'll take some pictures. I can take pictures, but I mean up, but that's hard because again, space. I have this, but there it's a couch, so yeah. And I have my window. Yeah, so next time. I'll be back, by the way, sorry. And I'm back. Woo! Oh yeah, I just got back to your comments. Yes, I have the Levi pop, and I have a Levi figures that one of my best friend got me, and the duckies, obviously. And I have another figure of Levi, but you cannot see. And I have myself and lan-zhan and our bunnies. And I have a lot of things. Yeah, you know, Aaron is like, I'm going to have all the thing of Levi because I love Levi so much. Ah la la la. So yeah. I have to go now. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you very much, I meant. And I hope to see you another time. Thank you. Thank you, Lacey. And I wish you a good day or night. I don't know what time is it for you, but have a good one. Thank you for coming. I'm a mess. Oh, and thank you for the sweater. You know what? I'm going to get comfortable. Get my computer. Is it good that I read like this, or should I put like something else? The Levi pillow to have my phone a bit more up. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to get better, more comfortable. Woo. Okay, no, it's not helping. Ah. Oh no. Why? Okay. Pillows. No, I'm not comfortable. Ah. On my own couch, trying to get comfortable. What the hell's wrong with me? Okay. Is it better like this? You see me? Is it good like this? Oh, and you see my bunnies. Good. Juice. I want juice. I need to get myself some juice, but later. I have water for now, that's good. But, juice is good. Juice is good. And I took my allergies med. Oh, you have allergies as well. Yeah, it sucks. And it's spring right now. Good luck. I have allergies as well. I know the feeling. Okay, let's start. I'm excited. So it's one of the really cute fanfictions that I like, so I hope you like it as well. Wait. Yeah. Checking if that's the good one. That's a good one. Because I have two, and I wanted to start with that one that I started last time, but yeah. Anyway, You Can Have It All by Affixed Joy, and I'm going to send you the link so you have it as well, and I'm going to put it in the description later as well. And if I forget, by the way, I know I do a lot of live stream when I read fanfiction, and most of the time I try to remember to check, to post a link every time, and sometimes I'm really tired, or sometimes I forget. So if one of my live stream you check in the description and I didn't write the link of the fanfiction I'm reading, please remind me so I will do it. And I will put like, when I start and finish, so you can, because I talk a lot sometimes and I take break. So at least when I start reading, and you can go to the video and click on the thing and you only see the moment I'm reading. Which I will do for this video later as well. So everyone can just listen to the story without interruption and stuff. Okay, so You Can Have It All by Affixed Joy. So, now I'm not going to say the summary as I said last time, because it says too much about the plot. No surprise, so... Okay, let's start. I'm a bunny. Lan-zhan looked down from his computer to see a small boy standing by the circulation desk. a pair of long ears attached to his head. Baba says I'm a radish or a boy, but I know I'm a bunny. I can see all that by your ears. It was the end of a busy Saturday shift at the library, and lan-zhan was tired of people and ready to go home. But he always had a soft spot in his heart for the kids. He was a reference librarian by training, but as a branch manager he often got roped into assisting with busy children's programs. If he was honest, it was the best part of his job. The boy looked at him with a serious look on his face. You really think I'm a bunny? Lan-zhan paused a moment, thinking of his answer. I believe people when they tell me who they are. You tell me you're a bunny, so I believe you're a bunny. That's a life lesson, by the way. I believe we do. Would you like stories about bunnies or facts? And do you have a grown-up with you? They'll need their library card. Facts, please. The boy then pointed down the aisle to where a tall, beautiful man was looking through the new books on display. He had a stack of books pushed up against his hip and was examining, sorry, that's one of the words I struggle with, the back of another. Baba! The boy shouted. I need you! a-yuan? The man jumped, hurrying over to them. What does my little radish need? Bunny. The boy, a-yuan, crossed his arm and pouted. Not radish. Of course. The beautiful man laughed, and the sound of it lifted lan-zhan heard for a reason he couldn't quite place. The young rabbit would like to see our collection of bunny books. Is that acceptable? Is that acceptable? The man repeated, laughing, but he didn't feel like mocking. You're a hoot, you know what that? a-yuan can have as many books as he can carry. He turned to the child and shook his finger. But I'm not carrying any more. Look at your poor father, weighted down by all those books. Even one more and I'll fall right over. The man pretended to tip over, nearly dropping his stack of books on the floor. Baba, I can carry them. This way, then. lan-zhan led them through the stack to the children's non-fiction section, keeping them in his peripheral vision as they walked. This is where we keep our books full of animal facts, he told a-yuan. You can see we have books on cats and horses, and down here at the bottom, bunnies. Bunnies! a-yuan fell to his knees and ran his finger over the spines. I can really take them home? You may. Your father say as many as you can carry. He paused a moment. I have a library bag for you so you can carry more. Behind him he heard the beautiful man snort. That's all right, we don't want to put you in any trouble. Thank you for showing us the books. Of course. When you are ready to check out, I'll be at the desk. With you close in 20 minutes, you should hear the announcement soon. a-yuan, say thank you to the nice man. Thank you, nice Zherzhe. It is no trouble, little rabbit. Wangji smiled at them, then hurried back to the circulation desk to wrap the day. Soon a-yuan and his father were in front of the desk. Both of their arms were full of books. We put the books on the desk here, a-yuan, the man was explaining. Then the librarian can check them out and we can take them home. We'll bring them back next week and we can get more. Not too much money? The boy whispered, his small face looking worried beyond his ears. Libraries are free. I should have brought you here months ago. The man looked distressed for a moment. We'll come back soon. Your father is correct, Wangji told him. You can take as many books home as you want for free. You just have to return them. Would you like to get a library card? He asked the beautiful man. He isn't too young. He's only 5 and a half. 5 and a half. As long as we have a parent or guardian on file, there is no age limitation for children. He handed them the form, then fished out the small tote bags they handed out to every child getting their first card. You also get this bag. lan-zhan entered the new card information into the computer, his eyes lingering a little too long on the man's ID. Wangxian, the same age as him, he lived just down the street. The rest of their interaction went by in a rush. They packed their books into the new bag and carefully zipped Yuan's new card into the front pockets. Have a good day, Mr. Wei. He followed them to the door. Sorry, I read a bit too fast. He followed them to the door, ready to lock up for the day. It was nice to meet such a nice rabbit, he told the boy. Next time you come in, you'll have to tell me what rabbit facts you learned from your books. I will, nice Gege. Thank you. Oh, I didn't get your name. We can't keep calling you nice Gege. Before he could think about it, he answered, you can call me lan-zhan. He never went by his childhood name at work. Even his family had fallen out of the habit of using it since his mother had died, but for some reason he wanted this man to know it. You can call me Wei Ying. The man's smile was gorgeous. His hair was coming out of its tie, his clothes were wrinkled and worn, and he had dark circles under his eyes. But he was gorgeous, and when he smiled it felt like being smiled at by the sun. Hopeless romantic. And my little rabbit is Yuan. We'll see you next week. Once they were gone, the doors locked and the lights off, lan-zhan rested his head on the desk and groaned. He saw dozens and dozens of people at his desk every day, many of them beautiful, many of them laughing. He had been hit on by patrons more times than he could count. Don't doubt it. He took a professional interest in all the library visitors. He knew about their children and grandchildren, about the jobs they were trying to get, the hobbies they were passionate about. He had a long mental list of who would be interested in the latest James Patterson, or who would be excited about new book about woodworking. His interest here was not professional. Something about the man, Wei Ying, had crawled under his skin. He wanted to know more, wanted to hear his story and hear him love again. He groaned again. His brother had always said the lands were cursed to fall in love at first sight, and he hadn't believed him. But here he was, his head full of nothing but Wei Ying. He was doomed. The next week, Wei Ying and Yuan came around the time, half an hour before close. Mr. Lan, nice Gege, sorry. Yuan ran up to him. I learned all about rabbits. Did you know carrots aren't good for them anyway? Always, sorry. Wangxian nodded seriously. Too much sugar for every day. That's what my book said. The boy was practically jumping up and down in excitement. Come on, a-yuan, let's let lan-zhan work. He has many important library things to do. Let's go look at the picture books. It is no trouble. Helping people find books is my important library work. He paused a moment, unsure if he had been going to say next was a good idea. I have bunnies of my own at home, he told them. Would you like to see a picture? You have bunnies at home? Yuan was practically shaking with excitement. What are the names? How big are they? What do they look like? And how many of them are here? Wei Ying laughed, putting his hand on his son's head. A-yuan let the man speak, one question at a time. Together the pair looked at him with eager, smiling eyes, and lan-zhan could feel the tip of his ears turning pink under their attention. He fished his phone out of his pockets and flipped to his photo album of rabbit pictures. He held it out to them, slowly flipping through so they could admire his girls. They are both girls. This one is Flopsy. Like it, Peter Rabbit's? Exactly. And this one is Punicula. Ying snorted again. Oh, I loved that one as a kid. I had completely forgotten about it. It's a classic. Perhaps a few more years before this little rabbit is ready for it. We'll stick to Peter Rabbit. More, more, more! Yun chanted. His father tapped his head gently and he added quite pleased. Please? Their favorite thing to do is outside time. We go into the yard and they hop through the grass. Do you live here? Can I see them? A-yuan, we talked about this. Teacher don't live at school and librarian don't live at the library. And do you remember what we said about asking to go to other people's house? It's more polite to invite them to our house. Mr. Lan, will you bring the bunny to our house? Wang made a shocking sound deep in his throat. Then Wenji especially did not look at him. Lan-zhan, you don't need to answer that. We've taken too much of your time. Come on, Nilban, let's go find some books and we get out of nice here for a while. Embarrassing. Lan Wangji briefly lifted his hand, and what he did, think he was going to do with that, grab the man, shameless, and clear his throat. Weighing, I do not mind. The last hour of the day is always quiet, and always happy to help you both. You are. He paused, unsure of himself. You are good company. Oh, Lan-zhan, you shouldn't say such thing. You'll take advantage. Please do, Lan Wangji trolled. Wu Ying's face was pink, probably as pink as his own ears. He was grateful his hair covered them, grateful the blush didn't extend down his face. Your boss might not like it, Wu Ying warned. We are very distracting. He raised an eyebrow at that. I am the boss. He said, and I don't mind. As I said, the last hour is quiet. A nervous laugh from Wu Ying, then a-yuan started jumping up and down trying to get their attention. More bunny books, please! I have a list for you. Earlier in the week, during a slow period, he had made a list of all the pictures books featuring rabbits. It wasn't that far off from what he would do for any patron, he told himself. He made booklets for people all the time. Usually they were in front of him asking for it, but really he was just saving them all time. Ah, heaven, your handwriting is gorgeous. Wu Ying took the list from his hand like it was a precious thing. Nothing like my chicken scratch. Look at all those a-yuans. Aren't they pretty? I guess. No taste at all. We'll have to teach you penmanship and cursive. Baba, I can write all my letters. Yuan was rolling his eyes in the only way a 5-year-old could. Books, please? If you need help, I am here, Lan Wangji told them. They might not all be on the shelf, but we can put them on hold when you check out. Thank you, Lan-zhan. Thank you, Mr. Lan. He watched them go and restrained himself from putting his head back on his desk. This was terrible. After that, Wu Ying and Yuan started arriving exactly an hour before the library closed. They would collect books, Yuan would pay, and once the other patrons they would collect books, and Yuan would play, and once the other patrons had left, Wu Ying would come lean on the desk and talk. He talked a lot. If it were anyone else, Lan Wangji would find a way to politely distance himself. He would bury himself in an important-looking task and tactfully suggest other activities for his conversation partner. But Wu Ying was not anyone else. And Lan Wangji loved to hear him speak. His voice rose and fell like music, and he laughed often, usually at his own jokes, but sometimes at Wangji's. And as they got to know each other better, he could make Wu Ying laugh with just a well-timed eyebrow raise. He felt drunk on it. He started to cherish his Saturday's shift in a way he never had before. He looked forward to them and made sure anything pressing was complete before they walked in the door. It was dangerous. He was going to get hurt. He knew what a bad idea it was. He was just a person for Wu Ying to talk at while Yuan played. It didn't mean anything that they never missed a Saturday, or that after the first few weeks, Wu Ying didn't even have the excuse of a reference question. It didn't mean anything. He was almost convinced of it until the Saturdays they didn't show up. He watched the door anxiously for the full hour, but they only opened on strangers' faces. Never Wu Ying. As he looked up, and turned off the light. He admitted to himself just how worried and sad he was, just how completely doomed. And then, an email. His brother had told him so many times that he had to turn off notification from his work email to his phone. He lectured him on work-life balance and having boundaries, but lan-zhan didn't mind. He didn't answer them until work hours, but it soothed his anxiety to know there wouldn't be any surprise in his inbox come Monday morning. The message previews that popped up on his phone started with lan-zhan, and there was only one person who would call him that. lan-zhan, it begins. We missed library time today, and I didn't want you to worry. We're both fine. We just had something come up with a family that we couldn't miss. I thought it might be good to exchange numbers, so if it happens again, we can let you know. And then I can text you pictures of all a-yuan bunny fan art. Mine is block XXXXX number. See you next week. Weighing. As he read it, another appeared in his inbox. lan-zhan, I am so sorry that last email crossed the line. Of course you weren't worried. You're working. It's not like we're hanging out. You have to be nice to me. Anyway, please ignore my last email. Sorry to bug you on the weekend. Weighing. lan-zhan didn't hesitate. Weighing thought he was being nice to him because he was working. He was nice to all his patrons, but surely by now, Weighing had seen him interact with enough other patrons to see that he treated him really differently. Even the one he liked and had known for years never chat for more than a few minutes. He wouldn't want them to, only Weighing. He numbered into his phone and typed out a reply. lan-zhan. Weighing, thank you for your email. I was worried about you and a-yuan today. I do not have to be nice to you, and you do not bug me. Here is a new picture of Flopsy and Bunnicula for a-yuan. Please let him know I would greatly appreciate any fan art to make of them. The response was almost immediate. Wishing, lan-zhan, hello. I thought was sure you won't want me to show you this. He drew it last night, and I think the bunnies might be exploring space. They talked about the moon landing last week in school. lan-zhan. Tell Yuan is a very good picture, and I appreciate the work he puts into getting Flopsy ears right. You're too nice to us. A minute later, his phone rang with a video call request. When he accepted it, he could see Yuan but Weighing not in sight. Mr. Lan, I met a cousin and a dog today. We had to miss library time, but Baba said family is important and Jinling will be my friend. I'm really glad to hear that, a-yuan. What did you think of the dog? Not as good as bunnies. Will you ever bring your bunnies to my house, Mr. Lan? In the background, he heard a shout, and Weighing appeared. I left you alone for 5 minutes with my phone, and you start calling people. Bunnies shouldn't know how to use the phone. He turned to the camera. I'm sorry, lan-zhan. He learned how to FaceTime last week, and he's been stealing my phone to call people. We didn't mean to bug you. Weighing. His patience was infinite, he told himself. He would say it until Weighing believed it. You're not bugging me. lan-zhan, you're too good to us. Yuan interrupted, jumping into his father's lap and getting too close to the camera. Mr. Lan, bring your bunnies to my house, please. They are much nicer than dogs. Baba is scared of dogs, but not bunnies or cat or other pets. a-yuan. Even through the video, lan-zhan could see the blush on Weighing's face. You can meet my bunnies, he said, riding in the high of an out-of-work phone call with Ying, but they do not like to travel. If your father would like you to, may come visit there tomorrow. Tomorrow, you enchanted, jumping out of frame. I can meet the bunnies! Yeah, I get too much into it sometimes. Are you sure, lan-zhan? Do you really want all this chaos in your house? It's probably perfectly clean and organized, and I bet everything in your pantry is labeled, and there's never been a mess there in your life. I wouldn't want to ruin that for you. Weighing, if you'd like to come, I would like you to visit. Mess can be cleaned up. There's nothing in my life you'd ruin. Oh. In the background, he could still hear Yuan jumping around, yelling about bunnies. if you're sure, want us to bring us over lunch? If you're going to be so nice to us, we could bring you lunch. I know you're a vegetarian. There's this great burrito place I've been wanting to tell you about, and they have some really good option. I will see you tomorrow then. 12:30? Yeah, lan-zhan. I'll see you tomorrow. Lan-zhan has never felt more nervous like this before. Not many people had visited his home, and he hadn't been particularly cared for what any of them had thought of it. Now he was second-guessing all his choices. What would Wei Ying think of it? Would he look at his bookshelves, judge what he saw there? By now, Lan Wangji had a good idea of Wei Ying's taste, eclectic, but his favorites seemed to be queer romance novels, and he worried his own taste would be seen as too narrow in comparison. His shelves were full of non-fiction, mostly history. He didn't mind fiction, and her certainly would never judge anyone else's reading choices, but he found that reality was more interesting and often stranger than anything fiction could serve up. He carefully moved off his more fragile knick-knack into higher shelf and checked the rabbit again. He had fed them a smaller breakfast than usual in preparation for the visit, and the bribe he would have a-yuan used to coax them into his lap. He wasn't ready when his doorbell rang. Would he ever be ready for? Fault? Sorry, I can. This is a word I struggle with again. Still, someday I won't be struggling with that word. Sorry. Go back to the to the fanfiction. They were here, both smiling, both looking ready to start jumping in excitement. Lan Wangji had heard about Yuan's tragic beginnings and how Wei Ying had adopted him, but in the moment they looked like blood relatives. Bunnies! Yuan cried when he opened the door. It's tomorrow! Hello, Mr. Lan! Hello, a-yuan. Wei Ying? He stepped aside to welcome them through the door. Please sit down. Wei Ying set the takeout bag on the nearest counter and leaned against it in the same way he did in the circulation desk. Lan-zhan, you never told me you lived so close. I thought you must live way up the mountain, but could walk here if you wanted. I like the convenience to the library. It is a good neighborhood. They stared at each other for long, precious moments, until Yuan grabbed Wenji's leg and squeezed. Bunnies, where are they? Of course, here, you want these treats? Oh, sorry, I used the wrong tone. It's really hard to do three people, sorry. Your treats will come later, little bun, Wei Ying told him, perhaps seeing the glint in Yuan's eyes as he turned the bag of treats over in his hands. Those are only for small bunnies, and you're a great big bunny who needs burrito treats, right, lan-zhan? Your father is correct. You will not enjoy this, but Flopsy and Bunnicula will. He went to the corner where the cage stood and gently took Flopsy into his arms. It is important to stay still and calm. They will get nervous if you get nervous, he told the boy, who was looking at him with big eyes. And remember what we talked about being gentle, Wei Ying said, his own voice gentle. We have to be really careful with Mr. Lan's bunnies. So invite us back, Yuan said, like he was repeating something Wei Ying had told him. Yes, Baba, I remember. Wei Ying was surely blushing again, but he didn't look at him. He kept his eyes on Yuan and Flopsy in his arms. He sat down beside Yuan and arranged Flopsy so she was facing him. Let's begin with feeding her 2 treats, he said. Can you take them out of the bag? He waited for Yuan to do it. Very good. Now feed them to her one at a time. An hour passed quickly, with Yuan and Wei Ying cooing at his rabbits and feeding them, petting their soft ears. Lan Wangji never felt happier. They tucked the rabbit back into their cage and sat around his small table to eat. Next time, maybe we can have outside time with them, he told Yuan, then froze. Was he being too forward, assuming there would be a next time? We would love that, Wei Ying spoke up. Wouldn't we, a-yuan? Yes, please? Next time. Okay, I just need to drink. I hope you're enjoying the fanfiction, by the way. excuse me. And so Sunday lunch became, as Wei Wing would say, a thing. He would see them at the library on Saturdays, and Sundays they would visit his house, feed the rabbits, and they would all eat together. When his brother found out, he was insufferable. He got that glint in his eyes that he was plotting something, but he had never been very good at plotting. His face was too expressive, too open, his hair too free from guile. You see them every weekend, his brother said. That's not nothing. Tell me more. Weighing is nice. a-yuan likes the rabbits. Yes, but Zishan, his brother's boyfriend, Meng Yao rested his hand on his arms. If Wangji wants privacy, we should give it. They exchanged a look that Wangji was sure they thought was subtle, but was not at all. Meng Yao was clearly telling his brother with his eyes that he should be the one doing the meddling here. He could sneak and pry in ways Wangji didn't see until after he was done. Fine, Zishan sighed. But if he gets any more serious, you have to bring him to meet me. If anything develops, I will let you know. Meng Yao blessedly, I can't speak, blessedly, if I said it wrong, please correct me. I never said it, I think. Turned the conversation to a new topic, but Wangji knew he would have to be on guard. The attack came a month later in the form of a brunch. His brother had invited him over, claiming it was just a small gathering, just a few friends. He had waxed poetic about it and being the first gathering he and Io were hosting in their new home, how important it was that he attend. So he took the day off and went. When we arrived, the driveway had more cats than expected. When his brother and cars, there was a typo and I went confused like, why is there many cats there? It's cars, and I swear just a typo on the fanfiction. This time it was not me. I swear, it's there, you can check it. I was like, where is there cats everywhere? I mean, cool, but as long as it's not dogs. Only says a character because real me likes dog. Just my character is scared of them. I understand why. It has a reason. Okay, I'll say it again with the actual words they meant, not the ones they wrote. But such a funny mistake. When we arrived, I think it means he arrived, but anyway. The driveway had more cars than he expected. I'm sorry. When his brother entered the door, there was a dull roar of guests behind him. When he raised an eyebrow. Small gathering, he said. Oh well, you know how Io is about parties. His brother didn't even look ashamed. I have someone to introduce you to. Excuse me. His brother took his arm and led him into the front door of the house. Brother, this is Zhang Yanli and her husband, Jin Zishan. Jin Zishan is Io half-brother. It's nice to meet you. He shook hands and tried to be properly respectful, but all he wanted was to flee the house and go back to his quiet space alone. He spent his whole week playing nice with strangers. He didn't like to do it on his days off. And Yanli is your Wei Wuxian sisters. His brother's smile was huge. Ominous thing at this point. Wangji's mind went blank. Oh, she said happily, you're that lan-zhan. Action has told me so much about you. Have you seen him yet? He and a-yuan are out back, I think. What? He lost all word. Brother? Well, when we realized the connection, it seemed silly to exclude him. His brother finally looked properly abashed. Abashed? Sorry if I said it wrong again. Still some words I'm not sure of. I will check later. Yanli, noticing his distress, put a hand on his arm. He doesn't know Zishan is your brother, she told him. We thought it would be a fun surprise. She took his arm firmly. Come, let's go what he said when he sees you. He will be overjoyed. All he talked about this week was that he wouldn't get to see his favorite librarian today. His ears felt hot. She led him through the house to the backyard, and there was a moment before they spoke when Wangji simply watched. His heart full. Wei Ying was trying to play catch with Yuan, but Yuan was more interested in running in circles around his father. He looked up, his mouth dropped again. Lan-zhan? Look who I found, a-yuan. Yanli led him closer. Did you know your Lan Wangji is related to Ayo lan-zhan? What a small world it is. I, um... For once, Wei Ying was speechless. Mr. Lan! Yuan ran to him and hugged him tight. Aunt Yanni, this is our librarian. He lets me see the bunnies. Isn't it nice that we can all be together today? Why don't you come inside with me and we can see if Jinling is ready to get up from his nap? What do you say? I don't need naps anymore. They're for babies. His pleasant chatter faded away as I went back inside, leaving him alone with a speechless Wei Ying. I didn't expect to see you here, he confessed. I think our sibling intended for it to be a surprise. Oh, it's a surprise, alright. I wonder why they were so insistent that we come to a stranger's house for brunch. You're unhappy to see me? No! In a heartbeat, Wei Ying hands one on his wrist. I'm thrilled to see you. My sister just liked 2 medals. As they stood there, Wei Ying's hand on his arms, and stared at each other, Lan Wangji became keenly aware that it was his first time ever being alone with Wei Ying without Yuan. Wei Ying. Lan-zhan? They spoke over each other and Wei Ying laughed. You go first, Lan-zhan. Words didn't always come easy to him, and he found, now that he had known, his whole head was full of the feel of Wei Ying's finger on his pulse, his dark eyes looking up at him, his lips slightly parted and smiling. Lan Wangji decided words would never be enough, so he kissed him. They were wrapped in each other's arms, and there was nothing else, just Wei Ying hands and lips and bodies hot against his own. Such a moment could not last. Wangji, I found this little rabbit. Oh. His brother, a-yuan in hand, was standing in the open door. Wei Ying jumped away from him and swept Yuan into his arms. What does the little rabbit think of the party? Is Eiling still asleep? They disappeared into the house with only a small glance at him. The rest of the brunch was awkward, uncomfortable. Wei Ying couldn't even look at him, and the dread grew and grew in his stomach. Had he misread everything? Had he ruined the one friendship in his life he valued? As soon as it was polite, Wangji left. He didn't say goodbye to anyone, just slipped out of the door and into his car. He expected later to get a call from his brother and a text from Wei Ying. His brother called, but no matter how many times he checked his phone, there was no text from Wei Ying. After lying in bed, unable to sleep, he gave in and texted himself. Lan Wangji, it was good to see you today. Should I expect you and a-yuan for lunch tomorrow? Wei Wuxian. Sorry, Lan-zhan, I know we usually have Sunday lunch, but Yuan biological cousins are coming into town, so we have to meet up with them. Maybe next week? Lan Wangji, of course. Have a good week. So he had messed up everything. He knew an excuse when he heard one, and it was clear that Wei Ying didn't want to see him. And why would he? Wei Ying had clearly thought they were friends, and then Lan Wangji went and pounced on him like a piece of meat. In the moment, he had thought Wei Ying was enjoying it as much as he was, but obviously he had read it wrong. The week went by quietly. The usual stream of text and photo from Wei Ying, barely a trickle. Nothing flowed correctly between them. It all felt wrong and damaged. Saturday came, and he held his breath, waiting for them, hoping for them. They did not come. He resigned himself to his fate, drafting an apology email in his head, trying to think of the best way to gracefully end this before it got worse. He knew it could always get worse. While thinking, he made his way outside to collect the book drop one last time before closing. It was raining, but he had his umbrella and a sturdy, waterproof bag to shield the books. At this time of the day, there wouldn't be many in the drop. Wei was there, soaked to the bone and fishing a picture book out of the puddles that have formed in the sidewalk. Wei? Oh, Lan-zhan, I'm sorry, I didn't think you'd be out there. I dropped it. He looked miserable, wet, shivering, a running book in his hand, and a bright blush across his cheeks. He was even more beautiful than the first time lan-zhan had seen him, and it broke his heart to think they had hurt him. Come inside, Wei, you're soaked. And it doesn't matter, I'm fine. You're shivering. He wanted to reach out for his hand. Reach out. Another, it's a typo, not my fault this time. Drag him into the warm library and dry him off with a towel. He had a change of clothes in excuse me. He had a change of clothes in his locker. Old paint-stained clothes for when there was messy work to be done, but they wouldn't fit him well enough. Please. He added, is a-yuan here? No, I left him with his cousins for a few hours. They've missed him. So the cousins weren't alive. That was a surprise. He held the umbrella over Wei-ying's head, stopping the worst of the rain. It fell on him instead, but he didn't mind. They would be inside soon. He herded Wei-ying to the doors and locked it behind him. A bit early today? Wei-ying glanced at the clock. Someone might complain. I don't care. Wei-ying stood in the entryway, dripping into the floor, the ruined book still in his hand. Lan-zhan fetched him a towel from the cleaning closet they usually used as a drop cloth for painting, but it was clean enough. I'm sorry, they spoke together. Oh, why are you sorry? You didn't do anything wrong, Lan-zhan. Wei-ying, I practically assaulted you. I never should have done that. I should have asked you. He twisted his hands together. Consent is important. I hurt you. Lan-zhan, no. Wei-ying was close to him now. His hair was dripping into his arms. I wanted it. I kissed you too, Lan-zhan. I thought you were embarrassed by me. I humiliated you in front of your family. I thought you never wanted to see me again. They stared at each other in wonder for a moment, and they were on each other, lips meeting and hands grasping. Wei-ying's skin was so cold from the rain, his mouth was so hot, and the stark contrast nearly undid him. Lan-zhan glanced up at the security camera. It didn't record to save video for more than a week, but with his luck, this would be the week thief broke into the place. He grabbed Wei-ying's hand and dragged him through the back room, shutting off light as they went. He wanted to push Wei-ying against a row of lockers, take off his clothes with his teeth, kick away all the droplets of rain from his skin. He wanted to run his hand over the miles of goosebumps on his skin and hold him tight until they disappeared. He wanted to warm him up. A change of clothes, he said instead, voice much steadier than he thought. You're soaked. He handed him the pants and an old t-shirt and gestured to the small staff bathroom. Lan-zhan? There was a glint in his eyes. Are you asking me to trick for you? Does lan-zhan want to see me naked that badly? Weighing. He gritted his teeth and refused to laugh. You're getting my carpet wet. Oh, I'll get your carpet wet, baby. I can't. He winked, then looked down. I'll change for you, Lan-zhan. As soon as he was out of the bathroom, dry and no longer shivering, Lan-zhan was ready. He grabbed his shoulder and looked at him, weighing. For the love of all that is good in the world, yes, Lan-zhan, yes, please kiss me. And so he did. I am so embarrassed. 1 year later. I'm a doctor. Yuan announced, standing at the circulation desk at the end of a busy Saturday. Lan-zhan, Papa, I'm a doctor, like Auntie King. I can see that by your stethoscope, he told Yuan, his soon-to-be adopted son. Do you remember where to find the books about health? 600? 610. He watched fondly as Yuan quickly walked to the books. He turned his attention back to Wei-ying, who was smiling broadly. I thought we would never be done with the bunny phase, he sighed. He can be a bunny and a doctor, Lan-zhan pointed out. They aren't mutually exclusive. Lan-zhan, no, don't tell our son that. He'll be insufferable. I should give him books on veterinary practice instead. A doctor for bunnies might be more suitable. Maybe. Let him poke around on his own for a while. He leaned on the desk, and Lan-zhan flashed back to the first time Wei had stood there, the same smile in his eyes, but now it was better. So much better, because it was all for him. Don't look at me, don't look at me. The end. So, I hope you liked it. Tell me your impression. I am still really embarrassed. Who was singing? Wait, I come back to the chat right now because I couldn't see it before. What happened there? Hello, Kage? Kage? I don't know. I think it's Kage. Sensei. Hello, Queen Historia. Reina, are you asking me the cosplays that I had a hard time doing? And if you're asking me, is it in terms of roleplay or making it? What? I don't love myself. I mean, I say that I do, but do I? Not really. Oopsie. I was trying to get my plaid. My fro. Ravi, the eyeliner. You meant lan-zhan? Hopefully. Oof. I need a little break. Like, I stay here, but I mean as a reading. I heard a weird noise outside. Like, it sounded like an animal. I hope the animal is alright. Or maybe it was someone screaming weirdly. I hope they're alright as well. Well, red is my color. Please drink. Please hydrate. Don't dehydrate. I'm going to eat some of the red and blue candy. Anyone having question? You didn't see that. Oh, Amber, I didn't see your comment before. I'm sorry. If you're still here, you ask, will you ever do Aaron X Levi cosplay again? But yes, I will. I can't wait because right now, because of the pandemic, I cannot be with people. Sadly, I can be with my friends really in cosplay and do, you know, ship thing. But yeah, I still do TikTok with Levi sometimes, so you can check my TikTok on. I will share it. It's just the same on my Instagram if you have it. DW. And yes, in the future, when things are actually safe, I will be able to do Levi X Aaron CMV again. I can't wait. And obviously, I'll do Wangxian CMV as well. But yeah, right now, nothing is really possible because I want to be extra safe and I don't want anyone to get sick because me wanting to film things. And I don't want to get sick myself. So yeah, we have to wait. But I'm going to, you know, still like this channel. It's mostly for Levi X Aaron CMV, but I do some other pairings as well, like Wangxian now. In the future, and I did some clans and I'll do clans again. So, but most of the times I will be always Levi X Aaron is the top thing in the channel. For the live, it depends. The Aaron is often here, and sometimes I like to switch to other characters because it's interesting to change, and I love many things as well. Sorry. So yeah, and just I cannot do everything I want right now. We all cannot do everything we want. That's we have to stay safe. So the soonest we can finally do whatever we want to do. Mm. So I think I'll stop the live for now, and I'll try to do some TikTok. And maybe I'll be live on Instagram a little bit, but I'm not sure yet. I hope you like the story. And again, like I said, if you can donate for the decor of the channel so we have a better decoration and I can make better pictures, you know, photo shoot thing, because it gets boring after a while. Please, if you can donate even €1, $1, whatever it is that you have, what kind of franchise, you know, kind of money you have in your country. We really appreciate your help. I'm going to pass the link in the chat so you can click if you want. And I have Patreon as well. Do you have the Patreon open? No. But it's on my YouTube about part, you know. So thank you very much if you can do that. And if you cannot, please share it to people who you think could help and anyone you know that might be interested in watching my live stream. Here I do a lot of live stream where I read fanfiction. I mean the one I actually like, because I would not read one I don't like as a rule. And maybe someday I'll make something like you can pick the fanfiction I will read. But yeah, I have to get some answer and communicate, and so I asked that at one point. Anyway, Aaron will be back next Saturday. It should be on Saturday. I cannot be sure yet, but next week Aaron will be back, and I might make another live stream. I don't know yet. I'm preparing some stuff. So thank you for coming to the live stream. I hope you enjoyed your time, and I hope you have a good, you know, Sunday. And I hope to see you next time on next week, you know. So everyone stay safe, please. I love you all. Thank you to Harley, our moderator, and thank you to the new moderator Maya. Thank you very much for helping, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Bye.